Hey guys, good morning. It's about 7 Saturday morning. We're getting ready to get on the road here in about 30-40 minutes or so, we hope. Got some weather slowly moving in, some thunderstorms, and we may have to wait that out. Looks like we got 2 cells coming through. I just don't have a desire to be a human lightning rod, so we'll wait and see on that. Our destination today is Lexington, Virginia, up in the Shenandoah Valley. Lexington is also home of the Virginia Military Institute, which goes way back in history, a lot of history there. It's a very historical town, so we want to visit there and just take in some of the sights. We have some reservations at a nice hotel in downtown. So that's our plan. We're also going to go up US Route 60. Route 60 is that major east-west US highway that starts just a few miles from our house and goes all the way to the California state line. I've taken it before. It's been probably 20 plus years, so it takes us right into Lexington. So that is our game plan for today, providing that the weather holds up. Already had our breakfast and already packed, just waiting for Miriam to get ready and get a clear weather forecast. So we'll see.
So we're off again. It feels good. We haven't packed a suitcase since November. I'm excited just to have a weekend trip. Every morning I check my Fitbit to see how my sleep went. I don't know why sleeping is such a challenge at our age, but my Fitbit said I only got 35 minutes of REM sleep, which isn't good. So I'm hoping that some wind therapy will be better for sleep. The things you got to do, you know. It doesn't really matter. We'll have an adrenaline rush and just getting out of town.
Well, we made it out of the house. We pulled our driveways a few minutes before 8. Our target was 8 o'clock. The weather is still kind of iffy for the first few miles. May take in some rain. Matter of fact, it's drizzling now. We have our light version of our rain gear on. So as long as we don't get lightning, we're okay. So watching for that. The radar says the storm is I don't want to call it dissipating, but the intensity is decreasing. So less storm activity. So we decided to push through. The weather forecast for the whole trip is looking much better. Originally, when we made the reservations, it was going to be sunny all 3 days, high in the mid-80s, and then after we made the reservation, it was going to rain all 3 days. And it's like, well, it's only a 50% chance of rain, so we're still going to do it. Even if we have to go by car, which I didn't want to do. And now it's cleared up. Today is the worst day for the weather. I think it's like a 50% chance of rain today, and if this is it, we'll see. It feels really good to be back on the road again, to have Miriam sitting behind me, and the trailer back there. Looking forward to a nice 3 days getaway.
It's always a guessing game how much gear to wear and when to put it on. I think I miscalculated this morning in not wearing our heavy-duty rain jacket because it is really pouring now. And I am soaked through and through despite my liner for both my jacket and my pants. But it's summertime. We'll dry pretty quick. But some coffee is in order, I think. That's where we're headed.
stopped at the Love's truck stop to use the facilities one last time before we venture off into an area that I'm not familiar with, taking the bypass over to Route 60. I'm wearing my new summer gloves. I've had them for a couple of years now, but I really haven't spent much time. I had been using the fingerless gloves for a long time. I'm trying to get used to wearing these. And there's one interesting problem I ran into, because we ran into the rain, and my fingers have turned blue. The dye in the gloves is worn off and it stained my hands. I know it will come off with as the skin peels off, but for the next week or so, I'm going to have blue hands. Well, we made it over to US 60 West, just outside of Richmond. So far, the only time we spent on the interstate was, in our hometown area. We had to get on Interstate 64 to get out of the area. And just a short strip up on 95. And as you imagine, 95, which is a major north-south route system, is full of crazy people. But we managed to negotiate it safely. So it's 11:30, maybe in about a half hour, we'll start looking for a place to pull over and have a lunch someplace. We'll see.
Just phenomenal. I don't even think it's 76 degrees. It feels like we're gonna get hit again by a rain cloud. We had a nice reprieve. We're able to dry out from this morning. Just left Cumberland and are heading into Buchanan, hoping maybe, just maybe, we could find a spot to eat. I'm getting hungry. It's coming up on 1 o'clock. And I guess we're about, 70, 75 miles outside of Lexington, which is our destination. So the ride has gone by really quickly. I love this tree-lined lane. I'm not sure I've ever been down this part of Route 60 before.
Tim asked me how long it would take to get to the hotel a couple of days ago when we were planning the trip, and I told her I'm guessing we'll be there about 4-ish. And then she made an appointment with our friends Jim and Betsy for a phone conference at 4:30 to discuss the Montana trip. Montana's not looking real good this year. I'm not sure I like the idea of flying in a commercial airliner with a bunch of other people, even with masks, because I know enough about the masks, and they keep people, they minimize it, but they do not eliminate the risk. When you're in a big sealed tube with 100 and some odd people, well, that's what Miriam got her cold last year, and it ruined our trip. And just get a cold is one thing, but to get the COVID-19, that's totally something else. Plus, half of Glacier National Park is forecasted to be closed. Many of the concessions won't be open. Many of the lodges, many of the restaurants won't be open. And that's true in the surrounding areas of the privately owned facilities. We had 2 Airbnb reservations. One of them is canceled, said they're closing down for the entire summer. And the second one is still open, but so we're trying to decide. And Jim and Betsy, do they want to buy the airline ticket to, risk it, or do we just want to postpone till next year? The airlines will give us a travel voucher, so we don't lose $1 as long as we pull the plug by the end of June. And the only thing is, because of the terms and conditions of the Airbnb, we have lost our deposit. But that is an acceptable alternative to risking the virus if we, depends on what we agree on. We're going to have that phone conference this evening to see where we're going about Montana. And Montana is out. We have 2 contingency trips that are Spyder based, which is perfect. And we'll probably do that in September. One is up to Gettysburg National Battlefield and then take in the RV show in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and come on back down through the Shenandoah Valley. The other plan is to go out to the bourbon country and do a bourbon tour out there. So we've got a couple of those things as an option. Here again, I don't even know if the RV show is still scheduled to be going on in September because of the crowds. Here again, I'm not sure I want to go to a big crowd of people. So we'll see.
I'd about given up on the prospect of lunch when John saw a diner, so we're going to check it out. Fingers crossed. We like eating at hole-in-the-wall places. It's just kind of hit or miss. Sometimes they're, just a gold mine. It's just wonderful food, and other times it's like, eh. But fast food is just so, predictable, I guess. Can be a good thing and not so good thing. The Route 60 Diner, Edith's Route 60 Diner. Hope Edith cooks the way my grandmother did. Well, we finally found a good spot.
We hope.
I think it's a good indication it's going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'll split the cornbread with you.
I have enough bread here, I think. This is now my new go-to restaurant for the area. Just outside of Amherst, Virginia, along US 60 near the intersection of US 29. Home cooking. I mean, where else can you get greens and beans and cornbread and such? And homemade pie. We got a piece of homemade pie. We didn't want to take a chance of eating it here because I'd fall asleep. May fall asleep anyway, but we'll see. Edith's Route 60 Diner. Just a little tiny place, but good food, good prices.
I'm just loving this route. So pretty. Our first glimpse of the mountains through the trees there. I guess we're in Amherst County.
Well, guys, we just got checked into our hotel room, so we're going to wind the day down and this video and go see if we can find us a bite to eat. So hopefully we will catch you guys next week. Y'all take care. Thanks for watching.